Daredevil Born Again Season 1, Episode 9, the finale is finally out now, streaming on Disney+. Let's get right into the spoilers ahead, of course. Okay, well, I guess I'll say this. The best way of saying this, is that also, I don't know if I like this episode. I know that might be crazy, but obviously it had its moments. Not being a full-on hater, but I don't know what it was. I feel probably I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I definitely didn't love it. I'll tell you that much. I don't even know if I liked it. Like there were parts, like I said, that I like, but I didn't get the. I don't know. It just didn't feel like a finale. I really can't tell you why. I guess I might be indifferent to it. Yeah, I can't even say for what reasons why I don't like it. It just didn't feel like a finale to me. Like I get that it was supposed to be like a cliffhanger going to season 2. That's all fine because I really did like the ending scene, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like a finale. It felt more like episode like 6 or 7 or even like an 8. I don't know. It didn't feel like an episode 9 finale. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But besides the point, episode 9 is titled Straight to Hell, and the synopsis is Mayor Fisk becomes Mayor Kingpin, and Daredevil is unleashed as chaos takes over the city. So we knew that in this episode, we were going to get Frank Castle back, Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, which we obviously did. And we knew just from that there's going to be absolute chaos. Okay, like it says in the episode. So in the episode, we start off by them pretty much just, well, it was a recap of what happened last episode, obviously. But in the first scene we got, which was what I think one of the showrunners, was it showrunner? Someone who worked on the show, anyways, was teasing that there's going to be a very important scene, a flashback scene to be exact, in this episode. And that's where they opened up, or started off at the beginning of the episode. The first scene is one of Vanessa and Bullseye, and it's pretty much exactly what was, I guess, kind of what we knew because of the last episode. Because in the last episode we saw that pretty much Vanessa just, yeah, we found out that Vanessa was the one who got Bullseye to kill Foggy. And this scene pretty much shows that while Bullseye is institutionalized, that Vanessa came there, visited him, while Fisk was obviously not seeing the picture right at that moment, and she pretty much got Bullseye to sign off on the dotted line so he could be released on the conditions that he kills Foggy. And that's pretty much what the scene was. And obviously, Vanessa, she kind of knew, I don't know, in a way, she took advantage of someone that's obviously not fit, not in the right mind. And yeah, I guess it gives some clarity, some context. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, it was fine, honestly. It was fine. Great acting, though. So the next scene, then, we also see, it was from the last episode where Bullseye is just scoping in. First he was going at Vanessa, and then he's like, you know what, let's put on Fisk. And then he takes a shot, and obviously, we saw last episode, Matt took the bullet. But yeah, we see the intro then, after that. And then we see Matt just waking up in the hospital, of course, because he got shot like right in the heart. So obviously he'd be in the hospital. And he's just worried. He wakes up. He says he's just Karen, which is pretty funny if you think about it. Heather's like, damn, like Heather's being absolutely salty. She's just triggered. And what's her name? Well, I'm forgetting her name. Every time I forget her name. Every time I forget his partner, his like law firm's partner's name. I'm so sorry. Every time. I don't know why. I just can't remember it. I don't know why. Gosh. But she's there as well. And yeah, they're all of them are just talking, and then Matt's just like, you need to talk like about the whole Foggy situation he's talking about. And then she's pretty much just trying to help him kind of piece it together. And then we go to Mayor Fisk, of course, with Vanessa. And then they're just trying to, I guess, they're in shock. They can't believe what just happened with the whole shooting, the whole attempted murder, essentially. They just can't believe it. The assassination, that's the right word. My bad. And yeah, they're in shock about that. Vanessa's like, I need to tell you something, the secret, and then blah, blah, blah. Fisk's kind of like, I already know. That was pretty much what it was. They're just trying to show them, man, they're still in this, man. They're still running together. Like you can't stop them. That's pretty much what the scene showed. And they're just Fisk is covered in blood. Obviously, it's kind of funny that Vanessa's wearing red, like a red outfit to the ball, and then there's like kind of representing the blood. If you think about it, it's kind of picked up on that now. And then we go back to Matt in the hospital. Like I said, there's talking, and then what do we see? Yeah, Heather's like, you know what? I'm just gonna give you time. And yeah, we'll talk about Heather later, but it's not looking good. What I thought was gonna happen, it's definitely happening next season. I'll say that much. And then Mayor Fisk, he holds a meeting with everyone, the main people at least. And then he's like, what did he say in the scene? I'm trying to remember what he said in the scene. I remember what he said in the scene. But he did have a meeting. I forget what he said. I think he needs obviously something important. Oh, I can't remember. I kind of forgot. There was some moments in this episode. We'll get into those, but they're pretty epic as well. My bad. I can't remember what happened in the scene. I want to talk about it too because I feel like it was important. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I can't remember, man. My bad. And then we just go to Fisk again. He's talking to Sheila. And long story short, he wants Sheila to just snitch. That's essentially what it is. He just wants Sheila to find the moles that are on his team, that don't believe in him, and then obviously he's gonna deal with them in the Kingpin manner. And Sheila, obviously, see later in the episode, she does do that, which is yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like odd behavior, but besides the point. And then also, Kingpin sends Buck to Matt's room in the hospital to just kill him off. That's what it is. And I think, was that what the meeting was about? It might have been. I don't remember. Was it? No, I don't think so. But yeah, anyways, Kingpin sent Buck to kill off Matt. He's telling Buck this is the best way to do it, like the optics about it. And then obviously he didn't outright say it, but he obviously indirectly said it. And then Buck, obviously his right hand man, understood what he was trying to say, and that's why he's at the hospital now. He's like, for the optics, look, it makes sense. Matt, he took a shot for me, for the mayor. He's in stable condition, or critical condition probably. That's what people are gonna think. So if he dies, it's not surprising. No one's gonna bat an eye at that. They're not gonna think anything of it. And that was the logic, just trying to fish him off. And Buck shows up with like a gift bag, kind of like get well soon type thing. And I remember like an hour or two on this, or maybe like 2 hours ago, when they tweeted this out on their Twitter, the Marvel Twitter account. People thought this was Foggy. That's what people thought originally. They thought it was Foggy, but no, it's Buck. We unfortunately did not see any Foggy, which was that was upsetting. But still got hope he's alive. Because the mystery's getting deeper. The mystery's getting deeper with Foggy. The whole reason why he died. It's getting deeper and deeper. And then, as Sheila's leaving, pretty much as she exited the meeting with Fisk, she bumps into the commissioner. And Commissioner Gallo is just chilling there. And we saw from the last episode that BB was trying to get him pretty much to slide some information, because she knows that Gallo, he's not. He made his stance clear. He's not a part of what Fisk is doing. He doesn't support it. And we all saw that earlier on, because he wanted to just step away, resign. But Fisk's like, no, you're not doing this. Okay, if you do this, these people that you love, they're gonna be gone, man. Don't play with me. Stop. And he just kind of forced Gallo to stay on like that. So obviously there is resentment there from Gallo for Fisk. And then yeah, here in the meeting, or in this little conversation that he has with Sheila, he's like, "Can I have your support?" And then she's like, "No, but I will give you the word to Mayor Fisk." And obviously she does, but not in the way that he wanted, or what he meant. She snitched on him. And guess what? At this moment, even before, I'm like, no, it's over. It's over for the commissioner. It's too bad, man. It's over for you. You're done. Get out of here. And we said later on, which we'll talk about, because that was absolutely brutal. And then Matt, he literally uses super hearing, and senses that Buck is on his way to literally just get him out. And in the scene, we see Buck also. He drops the bag right outside the room, and I'm like, wait, is this gonna be some type of bomb or something? Is he gonna nuke the whole place, the hospital? I'm like, bro, what's going on here? And then now he gets a syringe out pretty much, and he was gonna just drug him, just kill him like that. I don't know, some chemicals, who knows, some type of toxic, I don't know, acid, I don't even know. But the syringe is gonna finish the job. And he goes in there, and he realizes, oh, he's not, Matt's gone, he's not in there. And he's like, God damn it. And the whole grid, the whole city just goes out of power. And also you see Matt as Buck goes into the room, you see a shot of Matt, and he's literally walking out. He's in the gown, right? And yeah, he's just leaving. He's dipping out of there because it's not safe. And then what do we see after this? And then we see, what do we see here? Yeah, like I said, the hospital scene. And then yeah, the whole grid, the whole city just goes off the grid. You know, pause. And then Matt returns to his apartment. And guess who's there? He knew he was there as well. We finally see him, Jon Bernthal. He's back. Another appearance as the Punisher. And he's like, Red, what's going on? It was this is so hype. This is so hype. I got butterflies on my stomach when I saw this. And then even more after. Just love this. And essentially, yeah, they're just talking about, you know, someone made a call to me to come here and get you, just help you out. And we later on find out, obviously, that was Karen. Because who else would it be? Because the Punisher's not going to do a favor for anyone else, realistically. And then guess what happens? The Punisher's like, there's people out there. They're right outside. These guys, they're coming for you. And Matt was hears the task force, Anti Vigilante Task Force coming in. And then guess what? They come right in. The doors open. They come right in. And then Daredevil, Matt, just drops in from the top. And then while that happens, you see Jon Bernthal, Frank Castle, the Punisher, just in the background. He's kind of outside. Shoots this guy through the window. Boom. And then he goes in. He just slices a whole bunch of people up. Just absolutely brutal. This is actually good. This is really good. I don't know if it was just me, but there was some part, I feel like I'm nitpicking now, bro. I don't know. But there were some parts in this fight sequence, I guess the choreography. I don't know if it was the choreography or if it was the editing, but something about it was off. I don't know. That might have just been me. I don't know. But regardless, it didn't bother me like that much, but I didn't notice it at least. Anyways, that's the point. This sequence is absolutely brutal. You just see, Frank just going absolutely crazy, unhinged. Okay, that's the exact word, Frank Castle, obviously. But yeah, it's just bloody, gory. And that's what the directors were hinting at as well, leading up to this episode, that this episode is going to be gory. There's also going to be something in this episode that they're surprised they even were able to show in this episode, get away with. So we'll talk about that as well. Yeah, Frank, he just pops people, bro. He literally shoots him in the head, bro. No mercy. Nothing. Just goes crazy on everyone. All the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. Because he's mad. He knows in the back of his mind, these guys are just using, they're just using his trademark for just, in a bad way, in a negative connotation. He's like, no, I'm not messing with this. You guys are trying to bring me down with you. I'm not riding with this. I don't stand for this. You guys got twisted. My symbol, this is not what it's about. You guys do not know my pain, which he says later on in the episode. And then we just see them here fighting. And then the one, I guess, commander, the leader, I forget his name, but he's the last one there. And, Frank wants to finish him off, but Matt's like, no, don't do it. And then Frank finds the bullet that has, obviously, the Punisher logo on it. And he's like, look what I found. I found your guy. And pretty much what he's referring to here is this is the guy who killed Hector, the White Tiger. And Matt's just like, he's got so many emotions going through his head. He's like, I don't know what to do. But he lets him go because he's still Daredevil. That's what he is. It's all about justice, but in the legal system type way. Non-violence. Like actually killing people. And Frank's like, God damn it, Red. God damn it. But as it's happening, Matt's like, grenade! And they just jump out. They jump off the building. And also they use Matt's, what's it called? Like his baton type thing. To literally just grapple, kind of like just have a safe landing. And they also just land on the car. The guy that's in the car, he's like, what's going on? Imagine that happening. But yeah, that's what happened. So that's pretty cool. And then guess what happens? There's walking, and then there's headlights on them from a car, and guess who gets out of the car? It's none other than Karen Page. And they're finally reuniting. We finally got the big three right here, in my opinion. I mean, obviously Foggy as well, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of chemistry, a lot of stuff between these three. That's what I'm trying to say. And then they're back at Frank's place, and it's talking about what they're gonna do, their next steps. And then they make jokes. Frank makes a joke. He's like, "Oh, you want some coffee red?" And then Matt's like, "Yeah, I want some oatmeal milk." Like, bro, really, really. But yeah, they're talking about the next steps, and they decide to go to the Red Hook. I'm pretty sure that's what's called the Red Hook, which is like the land that Mayor Fisk is gonna get his project done at. And we find out, actually, when they do go, they go to the unit, kind of like the storage unit where they have the files kept, to try to find more information about Foggy, about why, like what's saying in there, in the motion, I think, to give more context pretty much about what happened to Foggy. And then we see here a little before we see Punisher. Honestly, he cares about Karen. He's not gonna admit it because he's just a tough guy like that. But that is what it is. And then we see Daniel and Buck, and this scene right here, they just pretty much threaten, or not threaten, they blackmail the council, the city council, just like, yeah, all you guys, if you guys aren't with Mayor Fisk, then you guys are against us, essentially. And they're like, we got dirt on all of you, so you guys better comply. Don't play around, because these aren't threats, man. That's what they said. But in the scene, you see Daniel, and just when he stands up, just reminds you of like him literally becoming the mayor later on, just giving like Fisk vibes, literally. And it does, I don't know if that theory is true of Daniel being Fisk's son. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised. The scene was uncanny. And then after that, we see kind of the BB report about just the looting, the riots, the chaos that's going on in the city because of the whole blackout. And then after that, what do we see after that? We see this innocent guy just get killed by the cops. And there's like, you know what? He's a vigilante. He just puts his cap down, like his hat, just folds it down on the guy's face. He's a vigilante. Like, what? That's insane. And then, yeah, fast forward, we go to the storage unit. You see Matt and Karen there, and they're discussing a bit. Long story short, they finally find the file for Foggy, and they find out, oh no, it's because of Red Hook. Long story short, it's because of the Red Hook place. That's why Vanessa got him killed. Because they're going to use the Red Hook place to just do a whole bunch of illicit, organized crime type stuff, but make it legal. And like tax-free, all this other stuff. There's a whole bunch of loopholes, essentially. And that's why. So pretty much Foggy picked up the wrong case. It just bad timing, wrong place, wrong time type thing. And then after that, we see Frank. He just decides to go to the Red Hook, right? I'm pretty sure. And he just decides to go just 1v100 the Anti Vigilante Task Force, even though that's like technically their compound. Just decides to just go there, 1v everyone, and he just destroys them. He was destroying them at first, but I'm like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way he destroys them like that. That would just defeat the whole purpose. We know they're coming in season 2, a big role as well, and now we know why there's a big role, because we see in this finale their role. It's a huge role. Everything now that happens is literally centered off or based off of the Anti Vigilante Task Force. But anyways, Frank goes in there. He mucks them at first, goes absolutely crazy. Just brutal stuff in here as well. And then this guy shotguns him in the back a few times, and they just the whole task force gets on him, and Frank gets captured that way. And then what do we see thereafter? We go back to Fisk. He's listening to his recording from Sheila, and bro, Sheila's, I don't know, in my opinion, she's annoying, not because like the character's bad or anything, just because the character I actually feel like is written so well. She's annoyingly good. That's my opinion. God, I'm not gonna lie. If Sheila just gets like, I don't know, I feel like Fisk is also gonna get rid of her. Okay, that's throughout the entire season. That's been my whole vibe, my whole feeling. But we'll see. Hopefully that does happen. I'm just getting annoyed, bro. I'm just getting annoyed at her, honestly, because the writing is so good for her. But yeah, Fisk is listening to a recording from Sheila where the commissioner, from the discussion that she had with the commissioner. So she's pretty much snitched on him, essentially. And we know that's it. It's over for Gallo. And then he gets picked up. But then he realizes his usual driver is not there and it's someone else. And he's like, oh, well, I know how this is going to go. Bro, you look at Blood's face. You can literally see he was just spooked. He was just shook as soon as he realized. And then we go back to Frank, and he's tied up. And that one cop, oh my god, the one annoying cop that Matt just absolutely owns. He's there, he's in the chair, of course it's him. And he's like, oh, we want to have a discussion with you. Hopefully it goes well. Pretty much long story short, trying to recruit Frank. Like, are you kidding me? And Frank obviously does not want to do that. Has no intentions. Like, you guys do not you guys don't understand me. You guys don't understand the symbol, what it represents. And this kid absolutely triggered. And then the one cop just starts beating the hell out of Frank. And that's about it. And then we go to Fisk, and he's there with the commissioner, because the commissioner pretty much got brought there. And this is where we see the most gruesome scene ever. This is, yeah, like, bro. Gallo just gets like an elbow to the throat. Okay. And then he gets, I think, hit from behind, kind of like with a 2 arms type thing to the back. And then this is it, the third and final move. Fisk just puts his 2 big hands on like the side of the commissioner's head and just goes crazy. Just like a watermelon, like that type of thing you'd see. Just try to squish a watermelon and it explodes like that. You see the blood coming out of the guy's, like, the commissioner's eyes, like his blood vessels are just, just everything. Just popping out, just blood everywhere from the side of his ears, especially because the pressure is everywhere. And then boom, his head just explodes like a watermelon. Just everything, his face is just mucked. You can't even tell it's him. You can't even tell who it is. That's how bad his face was afterwards. But that was absolutely brutal. I'm like, what? I was surprised Disney Plus let that. Now I understand what the directors were saying about this earlier on this week. They said we were surprised we even got this. Really, and apparently they only had like one chance or one opportunity to get this right. That as well. But man, what a great job this was. I love this. Yeah, this is great. But absolutely insane that Disney allowed this, because usually I don't think they do this otherwise, honestly. And then we see Frank. He's just still getting absolutely battered by the Anti Vigilante Task Force. And also, even Buck was like, damn, he was fazed by this too. He's like, no way. Everyone in that room was like, what? No way Fisk did this. And this is like classic Kingpin. This is just typical Netflix Kingpin activities, man, which we did not see that much of in Born Again. We did see it a bit with Adam, when Fisk is absolutely just manhandling. But yeah. And then we go back to Matt and Karen, and they're finally outside of the Red Hood compound, my bad. And Matt's like, I'm going in. And then honestly, Karen advises him not to. She's like, no, that's a death sentence. Well, you might go in there, kill a few people, and then you're gonna just get yourself killed eventually later on. And she's like, gotta do this properly in the right way. And that's what they agree on. That's exactly what they agree on. She's like, look, the city's waiting for you. They're like, and then Matt's like, yeah, you're right. And then the city's back. It's fine. Everything's good. And Fisk then guess who's with? He's with Heather. And he's like, I want you to be like my mental health, like just like the person in my team for the city for mental health. And then she takes with no hesitation. And I'm like, yeah, it's over for Heather. We already knew she was gonna die. I mean, I thought she was gonna die in this season, but she didn't. Yeah, next season's over. We know how Fisk plays. Like I said this in my previous videos. We know how Fisk is. He plays that game. It's over, bro. It's over for her. Okay, let's be honest. It's over. Okay, there's no way. It's GG's. That's all I'm gonna say. And she's going against Matt's word as well. It's just triggering, honestly. Just absolutely triggering me. And then we see Fisk. He's on TV. He's doing a broadcast. And this is where everything turns, in my opinion. Because Fisk, he pretty much says, yeah, I'm making it illegal for vigilantes. I'm also, like, forbidding them. You know, this is against the law now. And also, there's an 8 p.m. curfew for everyone. And then martial law is also enacted now. And martial law, I kind of forgot what martial law meant So I had to go back and Google and search it up because I haven't heard that word in a long time. I'm like, whoa. And I searched it back up, and pretty much it's just militarizing the government, essentially, from like civilian government to now military type government. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's kind of like kind of in a way like a dictatorship, because whatever Fisk says now just goes like there. You can't do anything about it. So now we're just it's out. Yeah, it's just now we're not even seeing Mayor Fisk. We're just seeing Kingpin, who happens to have the power of Mayor. That's what we're seeing now. That's like the best way of describing it. He's going full on corrupt, just corrupt official, especially the task force as well. And that's what it is. And then we see Buck and Daniel just looking at each other, just like, oh man, this is insane. And then we see Matt, well, younger version of Matt, just kind of with modern Matt, like current day Matt, just narrating over. He's like, when I was a kid, I thought God, what did he say? I thought God took away. He said God took away my vision. But he says, I forget what he said. Was it as a blessing? As a punishment? I forget what he said. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. But then we see Matt and Karen again. They're talking. They're like, we need to form a team. And guess what? We realize they agree on that. And then Karen opens the doors and we realize, oh, they're at the go-to place. They're at the bar, iconic bar. And then yeah, Matt's in Daredevil suit as well. And to form the team, he obviously has to let people know, kind of, I guess in a way, reveal his identity somewhat. And then we see Cherry there, who has his connection to the police force as he used to work there. And that's what it was. And then, yeah, long story short, Matt is forming a team to compete, to go against Fisk and the Anti Vigilante Task Force. So we'll see how that goes in the next season. It's going to be interesting. And I don't know, when I first heard him say that, I'm like, wait, Defenders? The Defenders, are they coming back? At least we know Jessica Jones is probably going to be in there in some type of way. And then the music starts kicking in. That song, I think everyone knows that song pretty well. I couldn't name you the name of the song, but I know that song. I've heard that song so much. Perfect choice though for the way they end this episode. Oh, we also see the detective there as well. And then we go back to Fisk, and we find like he has a whole bunch of people in cages because martial law, he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants now. He has a swordsman in there. He has Frank Castle in there, the Punisher. He has a whole bunch of people that were just hesitant on signing off to his project for the Red Hook. They're all in the cages now. And I know people are theorizing, oh, Foggy's in one of the cages. Who knows? I doubt it, but I don't really think that would make much sense. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, then him and Vanessa just have dinner in front of the in front of the mural, or in front of the painting, the canvas that has Adam's blood on it. That's just insane. And then we just kind of get some shots on Daniel, BB, and stuff like that. Everyone's just like, what is going on? Everyone's just trying to get wrap their mind around what's going on. And then we see, I don't really know what happened in this scene, but we see Matt's law firm partner. She's holding like some type of documents, looking at them, kind of like contemplating it. I don't know what it's about. Honestly, I have no clue. Someone let me know about that. It definitely has significance. This felt like it. You can just tell. But I don't really know what it's about. Then we see Bullseye. And then we get just, more close-ups and stuff on the prisoners, especially Frank. And there's a cool shot here of the kind of the collage type thing with the newspapers, because telling the bar's closed down. And then in the middle of it, the little space through the window, you see Matt, you see Daredevil. And the music's going crazy right here. But then there is a post-credit scene, or well, a mid-credit scene technically, and it's Frank. He's in the cage, and then he's like to the cop is kind of like in charge of that moment, just supposed to be patrolling, make sure everyone is in their cages, nothing goes wrong. He's like, Frank's like, I respect you, blah blah. Blah. And guess what? We knew it was coming. He baited the officer, and then he just pretty much broke his arm. At least that's what it looked like. And now you just gotta assume, right? Everyone's gonna assume. The whole point of this was to show that Frank, he's about to get out. Okay, he's about to be unhinged. He's about to be so mad. Like, Fisk better be ready. He better be ready. It's scary hours now. But yeah, overall this episode, I'd give it probably like, I don't know, this might be crazy, like a 7 or 7.5. I know, I don't know. I know it's probably low for what most of you guys have it at least, but for me, that's just how it is. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, my thoughts are still, I don't know, I have mixed thoughts and I'm feeling different. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you next one. Peace.